Now for this video, these are the objectives of the CXC or C6 syllabus. At the end of this video, you must be able to define the term market structures. What are some of the characteristics of the different market structure? Main types of market structures. You must be able to identify different market structures within your country, within the Caribbean region. Please remember to like the video, comment to let me know that, hey, this is helping you. Let me know if you have any questions about any uncertainty that I've explained and you want me to clear it up. I'll answer you in the chat. And then with that said, let's get right into the video. Now, what is a market structure, or what are market structures? Now, these are features. So they are features that determine the behavior and the performance of a firm in an industry. So again, these are features that determines the behavior, how the firms are behaving, are reacting, how they are performing within an industry. Now, as outlined by the syllabus, there are 4 types of market structure, and these are perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. So in this video, I will be doing perfect competition and monopoly. Now, a perfect competition is a market structure where there are many firms and many buyers. And because there are many firms and buyers, of course, the product is going to be identical. Well, it doesn't have to be. Sorry, let me rephrase that. No, this is a market structure where there are many firms and buyers selling and purchasing an identical product. So therefore, if you are now in this market and other persons are selling, the product that we are selling will be similar. They are the same. Alright, so if I'm selling Adidas socks, then you are going to sell Adidas socks. Everybody in the market is selling the same thing, and because of this, we are price takers because there is no competition. There's a lot of competition in the market. You may go to this person and they're selling their socks for maybe $50, right? No, they're selling their socks for $70, but the market value is actually $50. So you're going to search because there's option now in the market because there's many persons selling the same product. So now you're going to go from that person who is selling the socks for $70. You want to look for somebody a bit cheaper who is selling at the market price or even lower. Now, if you find somebody that's selling below the $50, which is the market price, let's say they're selling theirs at $35. You go and buy from them, and what will happen to that firm? They will be making a loss when they can be selling at the $50, which would have been the market value. And as such, what happens over time is that they will have to increase their price back up to the market value, market price here. And for those who has increased their price of this similar good or identical product, they will have to reduce it back down to the market price. And I'll explain that in the next slide. Now, the perfect competition is built on 4 assumptions. I'm saying. So 1, the firm are price takers. What does price takers mean? They have to accept the price. They cannot set the price. Something in the market is setting the price and not the firms themselves. Right? So if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, just remember, as I said earlier, let me know in the comments. Now, there are many firms offering similar product that has no power whatsoever to affect the product's price. Let me read it again. There are many firms offering one similar product, and because of that, it has no power whatsoever to affect the price of the product. And as such, the demand curve here is horizontal at the market price. So therefore, price is determined by the interaction of the different market forces, which we know, which we should know by now, is the demand and supply. I'm going to explain this. Now, the demand curve for the perfect competition is an illustration of the assumption that we just said earlier, which is that firms are price takers. Now, using the same scenario with the stocks, the whole concept of this is that if you increase the market price, persons not going to buy from you. And if you decrease it, persons going to buy from you, but you are going to be selling at a loss. Now, let me explain this. Now, here we have the demand curve for the perfect competition, where on the vertical axis, we have the prices, and the horizontal axis, we have quantity demanded represented by QD. The market price, as you can see, is horizontal, and this is drawn out with the demand curve. So that straight line going across is the demand curve. And the demand curve, it starts at the MP, which represents market price. Now it says right here, as you can see, there's an arrow indicating an increase in the demand, in the market price. So if the market price increases, then this means that no sale will be made. I have mad, but it should be made. And so firms will have to reduce price back down to the market price. Hope you can understand what's happening here. Now, if prices were decreased, this means that a sale will be made, but at a loss. Therefore, these firms, they are not maximizing revenue. When they could be earning more money, making more profit, they are not. They are selling at a loss. And that can jeopardize a business or whatever operation you're running. And because of this now, firms has to solve this issue by increasing the price of their product up to the market price. And because of this because of all of this that I just explained, the firm are price takers. They cannot set the price. You cannot say I can increase the price and expect say you want to make a sale. You cannot decrease the price and expect that you're going to make a profit. You get me? All right. Now, please note that this type of market structure, the whole idea, the whole concept of a perfect competition is not a reality. So it doesn't exist in real life. Now, the other assumptions is that all firms produce an identical product. Yes, we should know this by now because I have been saying this. Now, this means that what identical product means is that everybody who is selling within the economy or within this market structure has a homogeneous product, meaning that the products are similar. There is no branding or advertising to differentiate or to promote person to come and buy. Because think about it, if you are going to advertise, then that means everybody in the market structure is going to benefit because may have said the same good and you are promoting the same good that I am selling. So of course people want to see it and say, hey, this is what I saw on the advertisement. Let me get it. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, so there's no branding or advertising because the products are identical. So you normally advertise when there's competition in the market. For those who do business subjects apart from economics would know this. Now, there is complete freedom of entry. Think about it. Freedom of entry. This means that you can come in anytime you want. There is no restriction to you coming in. You don't have to have a certain amount of money to come in this operate in this market structure. So therefore, existing firms are unable to stop the newcomers or the new firms from entering or setting up in this market structure. Is that plain and simple, just like that? Producers and consumers, they have perfect knowledge. Perfect knowledge. What does that mean? Now, this means that the producers, they are fully aware of the prices, cost, the market opportunities, and the consumers, they are fully aware of the price for the good, the quantity, and the availability of production. For example, remember, everything will be at the same price here in this market structure because of the whole idea of many firms selling identical products, and the whole idea of the market price. You're going to go out there and know that this socks normally is supposed to be sold for $50, but you're selling this for $70. You're selling this for $35. They should be sold at $50. That is a market price. So that is an general example of what is meant by perfect knowledge. Now, if you don't understand what perfect knowledge means, from what I've explained or I've tried to explain, just continue watching the video because we're going to speak about it in the other market structure, which is the monopoly market structure. Now remember to hit that like button so I can know that you are benefiting from this video, that you like what I post, and that you understand everything that I have said so far. Before we get into everything, what does mono, M-O-N-O, means? Did someone say one? Yes, monopoly means one. Sorry, mono means one. So therefore, monopoly market structure has to do with something that's related to one. Now, what is monopoly market structure? This is a market structure where there is one seller. You see the one coming up now? There's one seller and one seller and many buyers. So what it means that because there's one seller and many buyers, so that means the product is going to be what? Unique. You're the only one producing and selling you're the only one offering this product or service. Make sense? Think about it again if you don't. If you're the only one in the market selling this particular product, say you're the only one selling give me an item. You're the only one selling blank papers while everybody else has ruled up papers. Then you're going to be the monopolist, because you're the sole provider, you're the sole producer or the seller of this product, and because of that the product is unique and you can't find it elsewhere. And because of this, the whole idea of a unique product, one seller, there is no competition in this market structure. There is also imperfect knowledge in this market structure. So that means that buyers and sellers are not aware of all the information within the market. So prices can change and you may not even know. Yeah, that's a general understanding of this, an explanation. Now, the firms operating in this market structure are called monopolists, and they support the law of demand. Anybody can tell me what the law of demand says? Close your eyes and see it. All right, so the law of demand, it states that at a higher price, less will be demanded, and at a lower price, more will be demanded. So if you're going to sell socks for $75, using the same example, if you're going to sell socks for $75, nobody not gonna want it because that's what, too high. But if someone else is in the market selling socks for like $35, half the price of what you are selling, of course them gonna gravitate to that more, and more will be demanded by this, right? More persons will be buying more of that cheap socks. So that's the whole concept of this. So please remember, the law of demand is associated with the whole idea of monopoly. Now, as a result of there being only one seller in the market, the firm here, the monopolists, they are price setters and price makers. So they are responsible for setting the price. You get it? So in comparison to the perfect competition where they are price takers. The monopolists here, they are price setters. Them set the price. Now, I'm going to take a look at the graphing. So, yeah, let me just quickly and explain that. Oh. Before we head to the graphing, there's a key concept here. Remember, we spoke about barriers to communication as it relates to perfect competition. We say that there is no barriers to entry. There means that there is freedom of entry. But in comparison to the monopoly market structure, barriers to entry exist, and the sole purpose for this is to prevent firms from entering into the market or the industry. Now remember, there is only one seller, so of course they want something in place so that you can remain the sole seller or sole provider of a service or good, right? Makes sense? Let me know in the comments. Now, some of the barriers that may be imposed will include legal barriers, where the government can pass a law giving the sole right. Why did I spell sole like that? It should be SOLE. My bad. So given is also spelled incorrect. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So the government can pass a law giving the sole right. It shouldn't be affirmed as in to confirm or anything like that. It should be given the sole right to affirm or a business to sell or produce goods, a particular good or service. For example, JPS. In Jamaica, JPS is the sole provider for electricity here, right? Yes, and the same is for the National Water Commission. Anybody else out here is a sole provider for anything? So let me know in the comments if your country has anything similar to what Jamaica has out here. Now, as it relates to patent, another example of barriers to entry, this is a legal document that gives exclusive right to the proceeds of an invention. Now, this is considered necessary as inventors would not be prepared to put money, time, intellectual talent into a product if someone could immediately copy it and reap the benefits for themselves. For example, in music, there's patents to art. Anything that you yourself has invented, you can add a patent to it. Yeah. Another barrier is government regulation. So there are laws preventing new firms from entering the industry. For example, National Water Commission. Other barriers would include large capital outlay and the ownership of a factor of production by a firm. Maybe you're in a secret ingredient and for example, let me give an example. You are selling a cake. You know Auntie Donna? Oh, yes, you know Auntie Donna. Most persons know Auntie Donna. Ask your mama about Auntie Donna. She bakes, right? She has her own recipe to make it her cake, which according to a lot of persons is unique. Yeah. It is unique because of the ingredients that she used, which she has not told us. So this is an example of what we refer to here as a secret ingredient or component. What are you using? That makes you the sole producer or sole provider of this particular good or service that you're producing or rendering to the public, to the consumers, the individuals or householders. You understand that? So let me know in the comments. Remember, let me know in the comments if you understand what is being said. I suggest that before you start watching the video, I should have put this in the front at the beginning or the start of the video. Relax your mind. Econ is not hard. All right. Now let me explain the diagram. Now, I skipped ahead. Now the diagram for the monopoly structure. Now right here, as we can see, there's a demand curve. And it's facing downwards. We have P1 and P2, which are the price levels. We have Q1 and Q2, which are the quantity demanded, right? Now, let me read it as what's on the slide. The monopolist faces, oh my gosh, guys, I am so sorry for the grammar. So sorry for my typing abilities. But wow. It should be the monopolist faces a downward sloping demand curve. They can set the price and the quantity. As I said earlier, they are price setters. So they can set either the price or the quantity. They can set, meaning how much will they supply. Yeah, this is what it means by quantity. How much will they supply? At what price will you sell this amount for? But the thing about this, they cannot set both the price and the quantity supply at the same time. And if this occurs, then they will be producing at a point beyond the demand curve, which is right here. They'll be producing right here, where there is price 1, P1, and quantity 2. Now, from the diagram, remember the monopoly market structure is in line with the demand curve, with the law of demand, which states that at a higher price, less will be demanded, and at a lower price, more will be demanded, right? Now, let me look at this now. So here we can see at P1, prices are really high. It is higher than P2. And right here, we're demanding Q1. So it's not much. Say this is like about 5 we're demanding, let's say, for example. But if the firm, the producer, the monopolist, they decide to drop the price, then what's going to happen? More persons will be able, well, not be able, but more persons will gravitate toward this price change and buy more. So they demand more. So right here, so we can see at a lower price, more will be demanded and more is being demanded, as opposed to a higher price where less is being demanded at Q1. And this is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to thumbs the video up,